ready for a story? It's a beautiful one, about a treasure that was lost and something much, much more wonderful that was found in its place. Let's begin.
So, our story starts way up high, high above everything in the kingdom of the clouds. This is where Riri lived, a gentle little cloud being, and she had this magnificent 7-colored scarf. Now this wasn't just any scarf, you see, it was a true gift, painted with every color of hope you can imagine by the Cloud Man himself. It was her absolute favorite thing in the whole world. Riri could only watch, her heart sinking, as this beautiful ribbon of light and color was just pulled away from her. It drifted down and down and down until it vanished completely into the deep greens and the dark shadows of the forest below. And just like that, her heart felt as gray as a big old storm cloud. But, you know, even from so high up, Riri's sadness didn't go unnoticed. Way down on the forest floor, 2 very brave souls saw those fallen colors, and they knew right away that they had to do something to help.
This is Parsa, and his lantern held this wonderfully gentle, guiding light. And with him was his loyal friend Parmis the tiger. Well, they didn't hesitate for a second. They stepped right into that mysterious, misty forest. You know, the kind of place where the tree roots twist deep into the earth, and you can't even see the tops of the trees. Their quest had begun, to find Riri's lost treasure.
So, as they went deeper and deeper into the woods, they started finding little pieces of the rainbow scarf. But what they were about to discover was that the scarf hadn't just been lost, it had been found. And it was being used in the most heartwarming ways you could imagine.
And this is where things get really interesting. Each piece was doing something important. A blue thread, smelling just like the sky, was making a soft, peaceful bed for a rabbit's little ones. A yellow piece, it was like a tiny sun, promising to keep a squirrel's family warm all winter. That little flash of red was a beacon of love, helping a bird find its way home. And the green piece was a tiny, perfect roof protecting new life. Every single piece of that scarf was already working its own little bit of magic. Now, as they were trying to figure all this out, a mystical woman appeared right before their eyes, the Rain Woman. And her voice was as soft as a summer shower. She gave them a little bit of wisdom. The scarf, she said, brings blessings where it goes. She told them that to truly find it, they had to stop looking with their eyes and start listening with their hearts. And this is where the story really takes a turn. Because now, Parsa and Parmis had a choice to make. Do they take the pieces back to make Riri happy, or do they listen to the quiet needs of the forest? That question just sort of hung in the air between them. What is the truest magic? Is it in a beautiful, enchanted object? Or is it something else? They looked around at the warmth, the safety, and the love these tiny pieces of scarf had created. And in that quiet moment, they understood. Yeah, right then, everything changed for them. They realized taking the scarf back would be like stealing comfort and hope from these little creatures. They saw that real magic isn't about having something beautiful, it's about creating beauty and warmth for others. So they decided to give something of themselves instead. And you can just see their new understanding here. Parsa carefully tore a piece from his own warm cloak for the little squirrels. And Parmis, well, she gently placed the beautiful flowers from her own hair next to the rabbit's nest. They gave these gifts just because, not expecting anything back. It was pure compassion. And that simple, selfless act of kindness, it sent a ripple of true magic all through the forest. A magic that was way more powerful than any enchanted scarf could ever be. The animals of the forest were just amazed by this generosity. They totally got it. And so, one by one, they came forward and gently gave back the colorful threads. They had been given a gift of kindness, and they wanted to return the favor. And way up high, the Cloud Man, he'd been watching this whole time. He saw this beautiful, kind exchange. And with a gentle smile and a single magical breath, he pulled all those threads of color up into the sky and wove them back together again, making Riri's scarf whole, and somehow even more radiant than before.
So, Parsa and Parmis returned to the edge of the forest. They had the scarf, yes, but they also brought back with them a lesson that had changed every single one of them forever.
When Riri put that restored scarf back around her neck, she didn't just feel its warmth. She felt the warmth of every single act of kindness that had touched it. And this joyful, magical light just filled the entire forest. a light that came not just from the scarf, but from the compassion of everyone.
And that was the big lesson they all learned that day. Riri finally understood that her scarf's real purpose wasn't just to be pretty, but to be a source of comfort for others. The magic wasn't in the threads themselves, it was in the sharing.
From that day forward, every year, Riri would let a few threads from her scarf float down into the woods, just as a little gift for anyone who might need it. And Parsa and Parmis stayed, watching over the forest, making sure that this beautiful cycle of giving and receiving always continued. Which really just leaves us with one little thought, doesn't it? What small piece of our own magic can we share with the world today?